might put this in the beginning of the video. I don't know if I'm like super crazy right now. It's because I'm drinking pre-workout because I'm on the way to the gym. And it's also time change, so it's just super happy to be here right now. I don't know if I mentioned this anywhere in the rest of the video. This video is going to be chaos. First of all, let me say that I'm going to have such a horrible time editing it, so hopefully it turns out okay. It's just going to be a lot of information and just be rambling, more of like a podcast rather than an actual video. But anyway, besides the point, happy 1 year to Mr. Winston. I have officially had him for 1 year, and that's what made me want to make this video, and also just my own mental health struggles, which I'll get into in the video. I hope you enjoy, and yeah, it's officially 1 year, and I cannot wait to see where we go from here. Goodbye. Hi, my name is Lauren. I'm 22, and I have no idea what I'm doing. Hi, disclaimer, I'm not asking anyone for help or advice. I'm just sharing my story so far with Winnie and being a first-time horse owner. And hopefully I'm not crazy and this can be relatable for somebody else. So I feel like the proper place to start is my lack of knowledge. So I have like a riding journey video, something, somewhere on my YouTube channel. I think I only have like a handful of videos. It's been a while since I've even looked at it. And like maybe that will go more in depth if you're interested. But basically, my entire riding career, I started riding like 8 or 9, and I took lessons, and then eventually I started leasing, and I leased like a handful of horses. But that was pretty much it. So 99% of my knowledge is just about riding. I literally have no idea about practically anything about maintenance for horses or riders, and that is something I've been working on, and that's something I'm going to go a little bit more in depth with. But yeah, so Winston is my first horse, and I've been going through the ringer a tad bit, just learning and relearning and kind of fact-checking and all these kind of things that make me feel like I'm going insane. We purchased Winston on March 10th of last year, so it's coming up on a year that I've had him now, and I might make a video more in depth of like 10 biggest things that I've learned after owning my first horse for a year. I don't know. We'll see what I end up doing with my YouTube channel. I'd like to keep it going. But anyway, let me get back to the whole reason why it's hard for me to keep it going. So, got Winston, and he had his teeth floated, and like I want to say his feet done before we actually bought him. So I didn't have to worry about anything that first month. I was living back at my parents. I was saving up a bunch of money. I was like, oh my gosh, like I don't know why my mom was so nervous about this. Like, I got this in the bag. This is cool. Until like 2 months went down the line, and I was like, wow, this is really expensive. Really expensive. And basically, I kind of went through some trial and error with him. I forget the order of everything that happened, but basically, in a nutshell, I had a saddle fitter out, and she gave me some kind of measure. I was trying to get him fitted for an English like hunt seat saddle and then a Western pleasure saddle, and I didn't really get all that out of it, but I'd never had a saddle fitter out before because I never needed one. So I just kind of took it at face value and ended up buying another saddle. Turns out that did not fit him anywhere near how it was supposed to. So then, like, I was riding him in it, blah, 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 and he started still being weird. I didn't realize I talked this much until I started editing this video. Granted, it is now April, so it's been a while since I've had this in my camera roll, and I'm just trying to do a little bit of clearing up. So everything that I'm saying about the first saddle, I was told by a second saddle fitter, a second opinion, if you will, that that saddle didn't fit right, and she explained everything to me and showed me why it wasn't going to work for him, and essentially just stopped riding in that saddle and ended up returning it to the manufacturer. The saddle I'm in this video is actually Reagan's work saddle that she let me borrow while I was still looking for a new saddle. The sacrum was out. He a whole bunch of things happened where he's just been like uncomfortable. So basically, my entire time that I've owned him now is just getting him comfortable, and It's not the reality of the situation, but it definitely started and still kind of feels like as soon as I get him comfortable, something else happens. And I know a lot of people can relate to that. Maybe even with lease horses, maybe I was just really blessed with the horses that I did kind of have to use, and like nobody really ever had issues. I think one of the lease horses that I leased for probably like 2 or 3 years, I think she was off like twice and like the whole time, and I was like, I thought that was the end of the world, and it's like, wow, I'm learning. Moral of the story, title of this video, I'm freaking learning. But yeah, so right now our situation is I have a saddle fitter. She's come out now like 3 times. First time she came out, she told me like basically everything that was wrong with my saddle and like how I need to not ride him. I was supposed to go to a show that weekend. Like I gave him that week off, got him on muscle relaxers the next week, and basically just kind of waited the cards out. I will show you when I get to the barn. She recommended that I got this brush. It's called the Love Brush, and it's kind of like a little muscle massager. I really like it on me. My cats really liked it. My parents' dogs really liked it. Winston really likes it. So I really recommend that. And basically gave him, I want to say, almost 2 full months off. And the reason why it was 2 months, as soon as she put like just a test saddle on his back that actually fit him, he didn't kick out, but like he jumped, and yeah, was very, very unhappy. So that's kind of been our challenge right now. I've just been like throwing saddle pads on him, which he also reacts to. It's been a whole big thing. And then I also have his chiropractor coming out next weekend, and it's just a whole shebang. We're getting it done, to say the least. But let me go ahead and pull him out and I will continue talking. Okay, now that I'm at the barn, and because I haven't been able to ride, I ended up getting a bareback pad. I actually got it off Amazon because I broke Hunter's. I'll put her Instagram thing in the bottom, but I ended up getting me and her one. That one's hers. They're really nice quality. They do come with stirrups, but like they're pretty easy to take off. It's no big deal. So basically that's what we've been doing. It's just bareback and lunging and just getting him somewhat back in shape. As far as what I'm doing, I try to come out to the barn like twice a week. It's been really cold here and like on and off weather. Any warm days I force myself to go out, but then on off days I try to go to the gym. Lately it's been like once a week because I work a 9 to 5 and I just have stuff to do all over the place. I have animals at home, and honestly, seasonal depression. Although I'm joking, seasonal depression is a real thing, so if you or anyone you know are struggling with it, there are many websites online that can help you, or you can always dial 988. So I'm going to attempt to groom. Oh, this is the Love Brush I was talking about. It has like these little wooden wicks, and it's kind of like a hairbrush. This is what it says on the back. Good morning, I look like garbage and I'm on the way to work. And now it's Tuesday. Last night I had his chiropractor come out, and she adjusted him, and he is so much happier already. And I have PEMF, good morning, coming out as well this week. I'm scheduling Win literally right now. And then his saddle fitting appointment is not this weekend, but the following weekend. So we're on a good roll. Super rainy and disgusting this week. I don't know if you can see the fog, but it's horrible. So I decided to vlog. But yeah, I'm super excited. Yeah. So since I mentioned my work, I might as well show you what I do. I work at a small ribbon company, and this is me making rosettes for place ribbons. And we do things for dog shows, cat shows, horse shows, pretty much anyone that wants ribbons. These are some of our dog show ribbons that we were doing that week that I thought looked kind of cool, even though they're not finished. Just in the event that I am too shy to like set up my phone and film, basically I've been doing like a full body workout over in my corner. I go to Planet Fitness. I warm up with stretching, and then like I go pretty much straight into abs, and then I typically go into legs, and like this is again all in my corner, and I do arms over there. I do the leg press over there, and then I stretch again, and then I go running, and then I stretch again, and then I'm done. I may be in the gym for like an hour and a half tops, sometimes even 30 minutes if it's a busy week. But if you have a hard time getting into the gym, which most people do. I have trouble doing it. Just force yourself to go one day a week. It doesn't have to be like every Wednesday or every Tuesday or something like that. Just go once a week and go when you feel good. And typically, like, there's some weeks that I'll have like where I do not feel like going out all whatsoever, but when I leave, that's like when I'm happy that I did it. And honestly, the same thing kind of happens for me at the barn. I just won't feel like going out, and then I do, and I'm happy that I did. If you keep going through like a phase of like, oh, like I really don't feel like going out, it's cold, it's whatever, I just don't feel like it, I'm tired. I personally like watching videos of other people's like barn routines, whether they're like feeding or it's like a ride with me type of thing. Because for whatever reason, just seeing someone else doing it makes me want to go do it. While I'm here in my car talking about mental health and stuff, something else I like to do that's like non-barn related, I like to journal. I like to, like, I have like an adult coloring book. Because of my job, we do like award ribbons that have like points and loops on them, so I'll take some home on the weekend and just do that, and I can like watch TV while doing that and just kind of keep myself busy. Laundry, if you're anything like me, it sits and it piles up, and then eventually you have to just do it. That can honestly be kind of therapeutic once you get started. It's really just a folding process. And I do genuinely enjoy cleaning. I just have a hard time getting started, but once I get going, it's very therapeutic. Podcasts. I believe I took a screen recording of some of the podcasts that I listen to. Some are mental health, some are like true crime if you're into that. But yeah, if you're going through a rough patch, or if you're not going through a rough patch, maybe just kind of keep these things in mind. You're not alone, because it can get really hard, even if you don't have anything else going on. And I'm here for you. I'm rooting for you. We can do it. So, little update on the things that have happened between then and now. Found out that it is not a back problem. It is, once again, his stifle. But I don't need injections right away. He's on Equinox for a month, and he's moving really good. He's tracking up really good. They told me keep working him, which I'm happy to do, given him so much time off that he's become a little bit of a booger. But I have a saddle on trial. I picked it up 2 days ago on Saturday. Today's Monday. And I have one of the saddle fitters that came out and gave me markings and tracings, coming to look at him moving it and just look at his sweat marks and all that kind of stuff and how it fits. So we shall see. Good evening. Reaching back out. Update from yesterday when the saddle fitter came. Don't ask me what's going on with my hair. It's been a day. And basically love her. First of all, this is the second time I've had her out. First time I had her out was for Western saddle measurements. Walks me through everything, makes sure I can like see, feel, completely understand exactly what she's talking about. She came out to watch me try this saddle. And first off the bat, like before I even started walking around on him, because she wasn't there when I tacked him up, she told me to like be on him, be ready when she gets there, because she wants to look at his sweat marks too. And so, sorry, I'm driving, as I always am when I'm vlogging. Sorry, Mom. Anyway, besides the point, immediately she's like, it's way too far forward. And I'm like, oh. And so she makes me hop off and she moves it, and she's like, I understand where you're coming from when you're putting it on him, but for his confirmation, it's got to be back here. And it looks really weird when he's like head up, like it looks, just because of how he's built. He has a freaking ginormous neck for no reason. It looks funky, but when he's like moving and doing his little hunt seat thing, it looks fine. So because I don't know how to end a video, here is me on Winnie in the new saddle. This was before I actually purchased it, which is why I have towels underneath my stirrup leather so they didn't rub. But yeah, I really like it and he likes it, and that's where we're at. Bye.